All right, welcome back to the channel, family. We got a video, good video, right? You know, we all grew up hearing that love is the answer, love is the only thing you really need, love will fix it all. But I think we all sort of grow up a little, probably die a little when we learn money's the answer, right? You need that. That's critical for any type of relationship, any successful relationship. I think they have a they have a way to properly deal with money. Finances is something that is either not explicitly, talked about, but handled, or it's explicitly talked about, especially if you have to share financial responsibility. There needs to be a plan. There needs to be talk. So, like I said, a real good video, but I'm going to gatekeep, right? I'm going to gatekeep, right? Just like, comment, subscribe. Now we got the unlock. Let's go.
I have to crash out. All you got to do is accept the fact that I want a divorce, and that's it. I don't give a fuck
about your divorce, and I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad about is the fact that you're ungrateful. What I'm mad about is the fact that nothing is ever good enough for you. What I'm mad about is the fact that you can't even accept the fact that you got a good ass, not none cheating ass.
I don't care about cheating.
Yeah,
I don't. They don't lie with finances.
Don't care about cheating. It's about money, right? I think, to be fair, she probably would care about cheating if cheating was the thing that was happening, but she's let him know finances is the most important thing right now.
You want the drama? That's what you want.
No, I don't. How about I don't want no
bro? You want drama?
Nah.
You want drama, bro? Thank you.
Nah.
You right this whole time. You want drama.
I don't want no drama. I want that's gonna help me financially from beginning to end, not get comfortable throughout the time and then be like,
comfortable.
Because
you supposed to just turn around in 3 months when
and then he be like, well, I'm trying. I can't tell you I'm trying. You're gonna be like, what you mean you trying? You be at work every day. How the bills ain't paid?
So let's understand this, right? Because a lot is happening. A lot is going back and forth. What are the takeaways from that exchange? And there's a lot more, right? There's a limit to how long potential will buy you, how much time potential is going to buy you as a man, right? You can have a plan, and if you're not executing that, women, especially older women, they're not here to better your potential. There's no time, right? There's really no time to let your ideas sort of manifest and percolate. There's no time to let the stew simmer, right? For all us cooks out there. So we may not like it, right? We may not agree with it. We may find it distasteful, but it's a reality today. You need to have your finances in order. You need to have some sort of a plan. You need to have a plan for the lean times. Things go wrong. You never, because that's one of the things. When money goes wrong, and then everything else, seems problematic, right? When the money ain't right, and when the money's funny, everything is a problem. So when he's screaming about that, she just wants the drama. We don't know what happened during the relationship, but at the time of their recording, it really seems clear one person really wants the drama, one doesn't, right? So men, this is a good spot to understand and learn something about, and I know it's fallen to the wayside in probably last 10 years or so. You have to be more stoic. I know we're told to emote, we're told to feel, we're told to express that, but you have to find the right environments to do so. Screaming at her right now, right? Screaming at her isn't going to be the thing that gets you anywhere you want. Like I was telling someone the other day, in situations like this, and me and a friend and I, we always ask each other, "¿Qué quieres?" Right? "¿Qué quieres?" What do you want? Right? What do you want? Do you want to still be in this relationship with her? Do you think yelling is going to be the thing? Do you think that gets you closer or farther from your goal? Just remember that. Right? What are we doing, and what's the point of this activity that we're doing? Screaming and yelling, has that ever got you what you wanted from someone else? Never worked for me.
What you doing? You trying what?
Every day. If I'm going to work every day and I'm building a business on the side, how is it that I'm not doing How is it that I'm too comfortable if I'm still doing something for now and I'm still working on something for my future? How is that getting too comfortable when I'm doing two things at once?
He told me I need to do stuff on the side, make faster money, do this, do that, so that way I can subside with my job that I'm doing. But my job pays the bills. I can't go find a side hustle because then I'm gonna burn myself out. So I can't do both. You have more free time than me. The job you work is a come and go. You can pick your hours. I can't do that.
Okay, because that's what.
So obviously here she's a breadwinner, right? And we have there was a comment I responded to I think last night, and I try to get to all your comments, right? The channel is nowhere near large enough where I can't comment back and forth. We can't actually have a dialogue. She was saying that she makes like 2 or 3 times what her husband makes, right? And this is more and more common. It absolutely is. So when you see this, right, you need to have a type of plan. You need to have an understanding of what's going to happen. If she's going to be the breadwinner, cool. Where do you pick up the slack, right? What do you do now? And there's nothing wrong with her being the breadwinner, right? As long as both of your egos aren't bothered by that fact. If she's making more than you, does that bother you? Does that impact you in any type of way, right? If you want to be, Mr. Mom at home, stay-at-home dad, and she's fine with it, more power to her. More power to both of you. If she's not fine with making more than you, then that also needs to be a conversation that you guys have. There needs to be a very real understanding of what could break down. And the striking, scary thing is there's no way to future-proof this. What is good today or makes sense for this scenario may not be the thing in 10 years. She may change her mind in 10 years. You may start feeling different. You may suddenly start feeling emasculated. The things that were fine for the last 6 years are suddenly a problem now. And this happens on both sides, right? We're not just going to lay it at the feet of women. Men be the same way. You have other pressures in your life. You age into a space where you start to reflect and say, what have I done with my life? And your answer is, frighteningly very little. Let's keep going.
You chose that.
Yeah, because I need something consistent. I don't need something to tell me when I can get on and get off and then all it is. Like, you have a cap. I don't have a cap. Okay, so how we gonna get this paid? How we gonna get it paid? How we gonna get it paid? On time. Exactly. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. All alone. Or 401k. No that.
And I'm not trying to figure it out, you wanna?
I don't got time to keep hearing you figure it out.
You take on all the responsibility, right? You one of the only going through right? You one of the only one dealing with some right? And this is exactly what the I mean by you're selfish. How the
If I'm selfish, I'm selfish. Yep, 189 hours. It is what it is. It ain't nothing new. That's just what I gotta do.
Up here and cry and say,
No smoke, because that's what you need.
189 hours is, goddamn. Yeah, I can see why you would be upset coming home. Wow.
because
Go smoke.
no,
Yeah, go smoke.
No,
Yeah, because that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
I am smoking.
That's what he do anyway. Go smoke.
I am smoking.
Go smoke. Outside, please. Somebody come be with him. Just come get him.
Oh, now I'm cherry cake.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, you would. You said somebody come get him, somebody come be with him, and I'm cherry cake. Like, you just throw me around. Like,
I don't pay. I don't know. I pay. Okay, so when I say I'm doing for my family, I'm talking about I'm paying all the bills. The $4,300 of bills that we gotta pay every month. Yes, the I am. I'm paying them bills. Why? Because I have no choice but to pay them bills. The money he make, that ain't gonna pay our bills. That's why I have to do what I have to do. Why he keeps saying I have money.
So we hear a kid in the background, right? Like that was just me, right? It wasn't just me in the earphone. Let's go back to being adults. And again, we don't know the situation, but if this was critically important to her, why have a child with him? If you are the breadwinner, if you have that load on your shoulders, why continue forward? And you know that's not what you want. Another comment, women would rather do it alone, right? If I'm gonna have to struggle with you, I'd rather do it alone. I don't have to deal with any type of vitriol and venom in this space together. Do it alone, or wait until you find someone you're with, rather than now you have a baby together and you guys are inextricably tied together forever.
In savings, you're right. I do have money in savings, but that's for savings. That's not for spending. I have a spending account, an emergency account.
That's crazy, bro. So you want me to go in my savings and give you $10?
That's not what I said.
Your savings, that's the whole point I was trying to make when you asked me for the $10. $10, dog.
No,
that was the whole point I was trying to make. Yeah, see, you just.
When I asked you for $10, to be honest, y'all, when I asked my husband for $10, I literally just be seeing if he gonna give it to me, because he never offers to be like, hey, babe, here go $50 for your hair. Here go $10 for whatever. He never does that, right? So I'm like, babe, can I have $10? He was like, babe, I ain't even got it right now. I gotta go out and get it. And I'm like, oh. And that right there made me like, do you wanna?
But if I can go get it, why does it piss you off?
I don't want my to go get it. I want you to have that shit and be like, here.
You sound goofy in the.
No, I sound realistic. Cause
No,
it's
$10, right? And yeah, she's checking savings emergency. That's fiscally responsible. She's right. But it's when the money's not right? When the money's funny between you guys. This whole thing, you know, it seemed to blow up over $10, but it wasn't really just $10. It was the fact that she's being the end all be all. She's probably at the point like, yeah, I'd rather be alone than with a man that can't provide for me, can't do anything for me. And again, this video keeps going for another minute, another 2 minutes, and I don't want to beat a dead horse. Definitely not over $10, $40, sure, but not $10. So again, let me know your thoughts. You know, like, comment, subscribe. This just goes back to the idea, right, that we said in the beginning, that love isn't enough, right? You need, and not saying that money is the answer, but you guys have the love. You don't want that love continuously being tested by extraneous forces, by things that could be ironed out by having very real conversations early on. You can be enamored with someone. You can be in so much passion, lust, feeling, fervor. That's great. But let's have a plan. What are your goals? What are my goals? Like, don't have your unvoiced expectations become huge problems, huge $10 problems down the line, if you get what I'm saying. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.